Hey friends, how's it going? Welcome to our final week here at Camp Hammertime. As you can see, I'm all dolled up, ready to go, because this week is Hawaiian week. So I got my leg, got some bracelets, got a nice little headpiece, and I got my hula skirt all ready to go. We have lots planned for this week. We're going to be dancing, we're going to be reading stories, we're going to be singing. It's going to be a great time. So let's learn a little bit about Hawaii before we read our first story. Sound good? All right. Hawaii is the only U.S. state with two official languages. Those are English and Hawaiian. Hawaii's rich soil is considered one of its most important natural resources. Sugarcane, pineapples, yum, coffee, macadamia nuts, and flowers are all important sources of income for the state's economy. And tourism, so vacationing, things like that, is the state's leading source of income. Pretty cool, right? All right, we're going to read a story that is one of my favorites. This is called Froggy Goes to Hawaii. Let's read. "Froggy," called his father. "What?" "Up and at 'em. Today is the day we're going on vacation." "Yippee!" cried Froggy, and he sang, "We're going on vacation, we're going to Hawaii, we're going on vacation, we're going to Hawaii." "It's time to pack," yelled his dad. So Froggy hopped out of bed and packed his toy plane, zoom, his toy boat, vroom, and his ukulele, plink. "Froggy," called his mother. "What?" "Don't forget your bathing suit, dear." "I know," cried Froggy, and he grabbed his backpack and flopped out to the taxi. Flop, flop, flop. "Are you going to Hawaii in your pajamas?" Froggalina laughed. "Oops," cried Froggy, and he flopped back to his room to get dressed. Flop, flop, flop. When Froggy came back, Froggalina waved goodbye, and off they went to the airport. Beep, beep, beep. At the airport, they had to wait in a long line. Froggy didn't like waiting in line, so he leapfrogged over his mom. He leapfrogged over his dad, and he leapfrogged over Pollywoggalina, and fell flat on his face. "Oof," giggled Polly, and his dad said, "Froggy, when you get to Hawaii, don't act like a nincompoop." When they finally got on the airplane, they flew and flew and flew, but Froggy couldn't sit still. So he flopped up to the front, flop, 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 and sang to the pilot, "We're going on vacation, we're going to Hawaii." "Froggy," called his mom. "What? Please sit down now." And his dad warned, "When you get to Hawaii, I know," cried Froggy. But when they got to Hawaii, Froggy went bananas. He raced through a giant bamboo forest and had a ninja fight with a coconut tree. Hi-ya! Whack, 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 bonk! A coconut hit him on the head and knocked him down. He got so hot in the jungle, he had to dive into a nice cool stream and almost went over a waterfall. "Help!" Mom snatched him just in time. Next day, they climbed a volcano. "Look!" yelled Froggy. "Lava!" He was so excited, he almost fell in. "Oops!" cried Froggy, hanging on to Dad's neck like a monkey. Next day, he did a hula dance in a grass skirt. Hula, hula, hula. And even the mynah birds laughed. Cack, cack, cack. And the day after that, he surfed, riding his dad's shoulders, with his hands over Dad's eyes. Wipe out! On their last day in Hawaii, they sailed out on the four winds. Froggy borrowed his dad's binoculars to look for sea turtles, whales, and dolphins. He got a little seasick. Blah! So he looked even greener than usual. When they dropped anchor at a coral reef, Froggy had to be the first one in. He ripped open his backpack, took out his toy plane, zoom, his toy boat, vroom, and his toy ukulele, plink. "Oh no," cried Froggy. "I forgot my bathing suit." "Oh, Froggy," Mom sighed. So Froggy had to go snorkeling. In his dolphin underwear. He pulled on his flippers, zup, put on his mask and snorkel, zook, zick, and pushed past everybody. Flop, flop, splash! He glubbed and blubbed and almost sank, then popped up holding his dad's binoculars. "Oops," spluttered Froggy, looking more red in his face than green. "Oh, Froggy," said his dad, "what did I tell you? When you get to Hawaii, look, Dad, giant sea turtles." Froggy tossed Dad his binos and took off after them. "Froggy," called his dad. "What?" "Wait for me!" And he jumped in after him. Flop, flop, splash! By the time the boat picked them up, Dad was too pooped to pop. "When we get back home," he groaned, "I need a vacation." "Me too," cried Froggy. "Next time, let's go for 2 weeks." All right, friends, that was an awesome story. Let's learn a little bit more about Hawaii, and then we're going to sing a super silly song, all right? So, the sport of surfing may have originated in what is now Hawaii. Today, professional surfers ride waves over 50 feet high. Now, that is one tall wave. Can you imagine that? Like, crazy. I don't think I can do that. All right, we're gonna sing a super silly song. This is called Hawaiian Punch, and we're just gonna have fun with it, all right? Let's do this. Here's the story of a Chiquita banana who was raising 3 very lovely fruits. Each of them had peels of gold, like their mother. The youngest one was green. Here's the story of a ripe papaya who was busy with 3 fruits of its own. They were 4 fruits living in the same tree, but they were all alone. Until one day when banana met papaya, and they knew that they were much more than a bunch. Yes, this crew would somehow form a fruit drink. That's the way they all became Hawaiian Punch, Hawaiian Punch, Hawaiian Punch. That's the way they became Hawaiian Punch. Woo! Great job, everybody. That was awesome, my friends. That really makes me want a glass of Hawaiian Punch, and so I'm probably going to have to go out and get some now. Yep, that's what I'm going to go do. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today here at Camp Hammertime on Monday. Tune in Wednesday, where we'll get to do some fun dancing, all right? Bye, my friends.